everyone. So I'm posting this video in response to Nikki's reflection for week 8. Right off the bat, I want to start by saying I love her very last quote describing our desperate need for children's literature. I'll kind of recap what she said. She said there's a desperate need for representation, especially in the diverse society that we live in today. And honestly, I think that's a really profound statement. I look at my life at MSU and all the people that I interact with on a daily basis, and I can really say that my life and my society is extremely diverse. Also reflecting back on my personal experiences, especially in the town that I grew up in, and I know we've talked about this a little bit before, but in Coldwater, there really was no diversity. I mean, everyone was kind of white, everyone spoke the same language. There weren't really children with disabilities, and the only disability that I really encountered was ADD or ADHD. Especially when I look back at how the teachers handled this situation or how we were kind of informed about our classmate, I think it's really, really interesting. Taking, for example, the child with ADD, we knew that something was wrong with that, with our classmate, but we were never explained what it was or why he had it or what it did. And once a day, this child would just be taken out of the room and we wouldn't see him again for the rest of the day. I look back on how that kind of affected my impression of him specifically, and I think it's really kind of sad. I never really interacted with him, and I think it was more because I just was scared of the unknown. I didn't know why he was being singled out or taken away from the classroom, and even when he was, during normal instruction with us, he really wasn't participating. He was just kind of everywhere and moving, and I thought that, it sounds terrible to say, but I thought he didn't have the mental ability to process the information, so I just didn't talk to him. And I think back on how maybe my experiences would have been different if I had been explained or exposed to what was wrong with him or his disability in particular. To quote one of the articles that we learned about this week, or read this week, they said that there were only 311 books written in 36 years. 36 years about children with disabilities. And I think, definitely as an educator, I think we need to change that. And we need to look for good quality literature that we can implement into our classroom so that other students don't have a similar experience to me, that they're exposed to what it means to have a disability, and hopefully they can eliminate that idea of us versus them, and it can be one big collaborative community, and they could all be just one big us. Thanks.